brought to you by IWCRadio.com. It's the internet's most irreverent wrestling podcast. Now, please welcome Beans, Smoot, Chucks, and Will. This is the IWC.
Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the IWC Radio podcast. I really need to start editing the intro to get like Beans out of there and just have like a blank space so that Bradley doesn't say anything for a moment. Hello again. I'm here again with Chucks and Will. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Nah, I shouldn't complain. How about you, Smoot? How are you doing?
I mean, it's another day. It's currently snowing here again.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah. Here, let me scoot up a little bit. I didn't catch what the groundhog did not too long ago. I think he might have seen his shadow, so there's probably going to be like 6 more weeks of this crap. So.
Oh, man, that groundhog.
Let me see here. Let me see. Let me look at it real quick. So we're going to be talking about stuff with the Royal Rumble as I'm looking up whether or not this little varmint saw his shadow or not.
Yeah, he did.
Did he? Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, Groundhog Phil.
And we're going to be talking about some other news and tidbits here, as well as go over Raw and SmackDown Live this past week. Kind of a very calm week, I feel, after the Rumble. There's certain important stories that we'll cover and such. Yeah, that little son of a gun did see his shadow, of course he would. It's like Armageddon outside, and of course it's gonna be like 6 more weeks of it. Why wouldn't there be?
This takes place at Gobbler's Knob.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, like every year, yeah.
And
Punxsutawney
you guys don't
Phil.
find that funny?
I find it funny.
Right, good.
I find it funny.
I believe that was a question on, I think it was the Chase, I think.
It sounds like, yeah, they like to throw those in.
Hilarity ensued.
Yeah.
So what, you get snow for 6 weeks now?
Probably. Or at the very least this cold snap that we've been in. Like last week it was like nearly, I think, 60 degrees Fahrenheit on like Tuesday, and then it went down into like the 20s the next day. It was ridiculous. I hate it.
Mm. It's
Yeah,
the groundhog's fault.
Yeah, I blame the groundhog. I solely blame the groundhog.
Yeah.
We don't get great weather for winter, but compared to you guys, we get off quite lightly, I think.
Really?
Yeah. It's supposed to be getting a bit colder again this week. Been told to expect some snow, but I don't know. I don't see it happening.
Do you guys get snow regularly over there? Or just...
Not regularly.
Not regularly?
No.
Okay.
Like, somewhere in the country will get it every year, but not everywhere.
Okay. Alright, I mean, that's fair.
I think it's been... We had some this year, but it was about 3 years since we last had any where I am. That's the kind of routine.
And when we do get it, even if it's really not that much, everything breaks down.
Man, there's never enough grit.
Yeah.
We don't see it coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
No chance of getting any kind of public transport.
Yeah, when I used to live in Virginia, if there was like any snow or anything like that, they would just people wouldn't know how to drive. So I feel you on that.
Exactly.
I feel ya.
There's always news saying there's just not enough salt out there.
Yeah.
There would have been had Roman Reigns won the Rumble, which leads us in
to the actual show itself. Yeah. Bradley in the chat just says, I just want to tell you all good luck. We're all counting on you. Okay, well, I think that might be in regards to something else possibly, but thank you, Bradley.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What have we done?
Yeah, what's something else?
I maybe soccer, if I had to guess.
Huh.
I'm not getting it if it is.
I don't know.
We need this explained.
I don't know.
Come on, Bradley, explain yourself.
Yeah. He's probably long gone. I don't know.
Yeah, he probably is.
Good luck.
He just dropped in. He just dropped in with that one line and just left. So,
Man, I feel the pressure's on now.
Yeah.
I don't know
Someone
why.
listening that we should be aware of.
But as you were mentioning, the Rumble, yes. The Rumble was this past Sunday. Came down to the final two of Roman Reigns and Nakamura in the men's Rumble section, and Nakamura ended up winning, which I think should probably lead us into the review game here, the prediction game, if you will. Do you have the papers?
Yeah, let's do that.
You have the papers.
I have the papers here.
Right.
Oh, hey, what was that?
Hold on. That was not me. That was Will for a change, I believe.
It was me, yeah. Join
Holy
in
cow.
for change.
1 sec. Let me get mine. Hold on. Oh. I gotta stretch for it. There we go. Okay. And blast off. Here we go. There we are. Audio whip-ass.
That was a good one.
Audio whip-ass.
What,
right
what
there.
have you got?
That's
Well, what are you drinking?
Just plain old Coke.
Okay, it could be worse.
Off-brand black cherry.
Black cherry.
Yeah.
That's different. We don't get a lot of black cherry drinks over here.
No.
I've got a glass of water which I can't open, but there you go. It's about as good as I can do for you.
Perfect. Let's get the,
Hope you're happy.
Let's get this up on the screen. There we are.
Okay, and around here somewhere I also have... Going heavy with the sound effects this week. Here we go. I got them. I've got them. So, going into this one, we had predicted 97 matches. I'm barely in the lead on 62. Beans on 61. Then Will, 58. And Smoot way behind on 51. But
Yeah, I'm just shooting for next
still...
year at this point.
Yeah. You're still hanging above the 50% mark. That's something.
I don't know how, but
Just predict on a coin toss next year.
yeah.
Okay, let's get into... So the pre-show was shuffled around a little bit. And we ended up with 6-man tag with the Cruiserweights. Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and then Tito Dorado ended up beating TJ Perkins, who had a bit of a tantrum, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. This was, I think, predicted. Yeah, we all went for the faces, so points all round. Yay! I think I missed this one. Did I miss anything worth going back to see?
I
I
don't know. I don't think anything too noteworthy happened. So
Okay.
I think that was the match where the WrestleMania sign debuted, and you can see it in the background. I think that was like the
Yeah, I suppose it would have been. This is the first match on the road to WrestleMania.
Yes.
I didn't know if you knew that. We're on the road as we speak.
Yeah.
We're in the back of a van, and we're on the road. So if you hear any like rumbling or anything, it's
There
just
might be a roadblock end of the line, possibly.
Oh no, that means we have to turn around.
I'm not quite on the fast lane yet, are we?
Not on the fast lane. No, we're on the on ramp. We're just merging at the moment. Right on the the start of the road. So then we had the second match was the Revival beating the Balor Club, and I can't remember if I saw this one. I think I just caught the end of this one. I tuned in a little bit late.
I think I missed this one. I can't remember it happening.
I think I remember the Revival walking up the ramp in victory. But I couldn't tell you anything that happened in the match.
Yeah.
Smoot, you're going to need to save us on this one.
Yeah, the Revival ended up with a win here, doing some trickery. I think the ref was distracted, and they they capitalized on that, and then I think one of the Revival members threw up the little "Too Sweet" sign at him as they were heading up the ramp. So you and Beans get a point, Chucks. Me and
That's
Will
true. You're
miss out on
stealing
it.
my job here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what happened. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I think the Revival needed a win there. Then, oh wow, okay, first disappointment of the night. Bobby Roode came out for his US Open Challenge, and apparently the deal that happened here is someone was, like, a surprise return was set for this opponent. They then changed their minds and
Dolph
switched
Ziggler.
that guy. Probably. And then they switched it for the Rumble, and we ended up getting Mojo Rawley after all of that. I wish I could have seen Beans' reaction. Doesn't matter though, we all predicted Roode, so again, points all round.
Alright.
Any thoughts on Mojo?
I'm trying to think of if Mojo would have been a worse number 30 than Rey Mysterio that one year.
Yeah, well, that was the last time they were in Philly.
Yeah.
What was that, 3 years ago?
Yeah, I just... if you're gonna have an open... Why wasn't this just, like, straightforward as, like, a, Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley? Because, honestly, it was not worth the surprise.
Well, they were planning a surprise, and then at the last minute changed their minds.
Oh, well, if the surprise was Ziggler, why wasn't it just Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler, then? The same thing applies. It's not that big of a surprise.
Because he had been away for a while.
Yeah, well...
And they wanted to do a surprise.
That, and then you bring up the question, why would Ziggler be challenging for the U.S. title when he just won it and then relinquished it on his own terms?
That is an excellent question,
Yeah.
one that I do not have the answer to. And then, but to follow on from that,
Yeah.
I mean, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He then decided, because he had the belt, he left it, and then he disappeared.
Right.
I guess, as if to say, well, I've got nothing. I don't need to be on SmackDown anymore. He decides to come back in the Rumble because, hey, well, there's a WrestleMania main event on the line here. I'll come back for that. And then he just loses. And then he doesn't show up on SmackDown.
Oh, God.
This guy is a dork.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is with Ziggler.
And when he came out, why play the record scratch?
Yeah.
And then his music.
Like...
Why play the record scratch anyway?
Yeah, exactly. No, there was
I'm
no
sure
music playing.
these songs are not played on records.
That too. It's all digital.
I don't understand any of this. I guess you guys have heard the idea that was thrown around all over the interwebs and Reddit and that they could have had Ziggler doing the entrance gimmick, stealing everyone's entrances.
Yeah.
They could have had Daniel Bryan's music play.
Oh.
Ziggler.
If he emulated Daniel Bryan, man, Philly would have gone ballistic at him.
Yeah, you could have salted
Oh.
every road in North America.
God.
But it would have been great. That would have been great.
It would have been.
I would rather them do that than what they did.
Yeah.
Because what they did seemed a bit pointless. But, yeah.
Well, they didn't do either of those things. But Roode won the US title. He retained, so that's good. Then we open the show with the WWE Championship. Why the hell not? We have AJ Styles, and he beat in about 15, 16 minutes Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, handicap match style, when he pinned the wrong guy. Owens and Zayn screwed again.
Yep. This match and feud, I guess, are continuing into what's SmackDown's next pay-per-view? Let me look this up.
No Mercy?
Is it No Mercy?
I feel like it's No
that can't
Mercy.
be. That can't be. No. Can't be No Mercy.
Oh, Fastlane.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Fastlane. There you go.
Gotcha.
Why did I think it was No Mercy?
That's No Mercy's like in the fall.
Oh, it jumps around all over the place.
But that's you. Yeah. And that's literally the last pay-per-view right before WrestleMania too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is still going to be a thing heading into No Mercy. So they gotta drag this on for at least another month now, actually.
Oh.
So
Turns out I am wrong about No Mercy jumping around. There was the first one, the UK special, which was in May. All of the others have been in October, except for last year, which was in late September. So
yeah. and now it's not
that's
even on
one
the,
of the ones that doesn't.
yeah, now it's not even in the lineup here.
Yeah, apparently not having one this year, at least not at the moment. They're cutting back on the the 2 pay-per-views in a month idea, which is excellent, if you ask me. So, right, AJ wins. We all get points. And they had a legit gripe here. This is the same finish they did in the tag match a little while ago when the wrong Uso got pinned, right? Or was it the wrong Uso pinned the wrong?
This I kind of have a bone to pick. Like Jason Ayers in that match came out and pointed up to the Vietnamese ref and was like, "Hey, look at the replay. You fucked up."
Yeah.
And they do the same thing now. No Jason Ayers, no nothing. Nobody to come out and just be like, "Hey, you fucked up. Restart the match."
No instant replay.
No instant replay.
They set a precedent and then it's just not brought up again.
Exactly, yeah.
Because Shane McMahon is biased and he's a bit of an asshole.
Babyface dickery.
It's babyface dickery, if he is, in fact, a babyface. I mean, you could ask the question.
I mean, he got his father a plaque.
Yeah, through Kickstarter.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, sorry. Obviously. Not even Kickstarter. Even set up a Patreon.
What happened to the plaque? Do we know?
Will, can you speak up? I think the music's kind of overlapping.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
We can't even hear the music.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stupid music.
I don't know what music. You could be playing any music over this.
Yeah.
That's true. I very well could be.
You could be playing Free Mode.
Oh my god. Let me tell you how I've not missed that.
Okay, so AJ wins. Then we have the Usos retaining 2-0 in a 2 out of 3 falls match. That's weird.
Yeah.
Over Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Not only is that weird, what's also weird is that we all lost points.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that the finish was botched. The way that Gable went in for the save there at the end to break up the pin looked like they screwed it up or something. I don't know if that's the
Maybe.
case, but we all lose a point on that one.
Yeah. The whole match was a bit weird. The first fall went forever. They did everything, and then the second one was
Kind of short,
really
yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not usually the way these things go. Usually they get rid of they do one each really early and then just have a match.
I will say I'm glad
this was kind of backwards.
I am glad that he broke the cliche of one fall apiece to each team, and then the second fall decides it. So if anything, I'm glad that happened, but just for the wrong team.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I would be happy to see this one again. I like these guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it again as well, honestly.
But now we're back to that whole routine. Now all of the other tag teams on SmackDown have to fight each other. Then the winners get to face the Usos.
I don't know.
This time, I guess it's going to be the Bludgeon
Yes.
Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope they get it.
I'm sure they will. They're just about the only ones left. Where do we go from here? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So wrapping up the SmackDown half of this show, the Rumble, the 30-man Rumble, in the middle of the show.
Yeah, this was really bizarre.
So we had some rumors coming through early in the show. I think it was during the AJ match that the women would be main eventing, and this kind of sealed it.
Yeah, and I'm not upset at that idea. It was really off-putting that they would be putting the men's rumble so far in the middle of it. I feel
they needed something in the middle though. They couldn't do rumble at the end.
Right.
That'd be a lot of rumbling.
I thought it was a bit weird at first, but I think it kind of worked.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't. Yeah, I guess I'm not really upset by it. Looking back, I don't think the women's rumble was that great, but yeah, it's fine. I don't think there's anything to get too upset about. And this was this went an hour and 5 minutes. And let's run down some things. It started out with Rusev and Finn Balor. Both went quite a while. Balor went nearly an hour. He got the kind of the Iron Man spot there. We had Rhino and Heath Slater out early. Andrade Almas, number 7. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
First big surprise, NXT champion coming out. He lasted half an hour. And then got RKO'd and just tossed over the top.
That RKO spot was pretty sweet, now that I remember it.
Kind of springboard nothing into the RKO.
Yeah.
I didn't like how easily he was just thrown out, though.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, I guess? Sami Zayn stole the spot from Ty Dillinger, who would have had number 10 again, which should be his number every year. If he comes out at a different number, it'll just be weird.
They need to bring back the Royal Rumble bingo tumbler.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Then we had... Who else have we got here? Big E, Xavier Woods, Apollo Crews, Shinsuke Nakamura. He is also noteworthy, having gone at 45 minutes. Kofi Kingston came out. He did another one of his things. He landed on some pancakes. Did a very cool...
Yeah, that was pretty neat, actually. I like the pancake spot. I also like how nobody bothered to clean up the pancakes like an hour after that happened.
It's true. Then they did a cool kind of cheerleader vault up and into the ring, and he went flying.
He did.
That was pretty cool.
That was awesome. And then he got thrown out. Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins, but no Jason Jordan because he's hurt. We'll get onto that later. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt eliminated each other. John Cena here. The Hurricane.
Yeah, of all the surprises, I think that was probably like the main one that I really enjoyed.
Really?
Yeah.
He just got in, Cena threw him out, and he posed.
I didn't care for the Cena elimination, but I'm glad he was at least in it.
Yeah, it's cool to see him. I've always been a fan of Shane Helms. Adam Cole was another surprise. That was cool.
I did like Gene's comment where he said the Hurricane had been downgraded to light drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Cole on the show. Everyone who showed up, he had some stats to hand.
He did, yeah.
He didn't have to shuffle through papers like I do. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I know something about this guy. Hang on a second, he's been in. Here we go, 8 Rumbles. Yeah, that's great. That's a record, I think. Yeah, that's it. No, he had it all. He had it all there. Just like when Sting showed up as a surprise that time. He's he's a 3-time NWA champion, whatever. Just off the top of his head. This guy.
It's almost like it's rigged.
It's almost like it's scripted, and he's got a list of everyone, their entry order, and all of the stats to hit on.
No, can't be.
If I didn't know better.
I'll buy
Yeah,
it.
we have. I'm not buying it. Randy Orton, Titus O'Neil, The Miz. The big surprise there at the everyone's favorite 27 was Rey Mysterio. Came back looking great.
Yeah,
Looking about 15 years younger.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he hasn't had double-digit knee surgeries.
Right?
So
He could still move. He wasn't wearing the baggy, whatever you'd call them, hammer pants. Then 28 was Roman Reigns, and people were not too happy with this guy. Then we had two surprises to end the Rumble. All of the announced guys have been in. 29 was Goldust.
Oof.
That was a bit of a letdown.
Oof.
And then record scratch Dolph Ziggler at 30.
Oh.
Neither of those guys lasted very long. So in the end, we had a cool spot with the last six, I guess. The class of 02, Orton, Cena, and Mysterio.
Yeah. I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, with who was it there? Reigns, Balor, and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Nakamura and Balor, of course, very old. They're probably older than Randy Orton, actually, thinking about it. But still, it was a kind of old and new generation, so that's pretty cool. And then we had Nakamura fighting his way through the two company men, the favorites, and ended up knocking them both out to win. Pretty cool. Also cool is that means a point for me and a point for Beats.
Yeah. I'm just glad it wasn't Reigns.
Yeah, I think we'll agree with that. Will have predicted Bryan, so if Ziggler had come out with Daniel Bryan's music, he would have been especially pissed. And Smoot, you must have been fairly annoyed when Rusev came out number one.
I thought he was going to clean the table.
Right. Oh, it was Rusev Day.
It was.
I feel like I should, although I didn't get it in the game, I feel like I should point out that I did pick Nakamura about 3-4 months ago.
That is true.
Yeah, I didn't.
I know. Getting
like I may have said that too. When we went through, I said, "Is that going to be him or Reigns?"
That's also true. Yeah.
We've probably also talked about 10 other guys that it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could also claim credit for. So what should we do? No, I'll do that later. We also did a thing after the show last week where we all drew numbers, and I have some extra stats that I'll go through at the end.
Okay.
So after the Rumble was the Death Spot. So the Bar defended their tag titles against Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. No, they didn't. They won them from them.
Yes.
I get totally lost with these guys. God. They won them back. Jason Jordan is hurt. He's taken the Kurt Angle's son storyline way too seriously. He's got bad neck problems and apparently has some problems gripping stuff.
Yeah, that can't
like
be
father,
good.
like son.
That can't be good.
Yeah.
Had I known the injury was that bad, I probably wouldn't have picked them to retain. And especially considering he was like feigning a concussion, which I think is probably one of the worst angles you can do in sports entertainment nowadays. Yeah, I should have picked differently. That's hindsight's always 20/20, but in this case, I definitely should have gone for the Bar.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it is a bad thing, but he's still, well, not wrestling, but he's still on the road. He's still in matches, but not doing much.
Yeah.
So it
He's
seems
just
bad, but
around.
not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's around and doing much like he did in this match. He kind of stayed on the outside for most of it. Could that be the end then for this Rollins and Jordan thing?
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
Is that a WrestleMania match?
Rollins versus Jason Jordan?
I can't think of anything else
Hell
for either of them.
no! Are you kidding me?
It is apparently on the rumored card.
Oh, come on, no.
Yeah.
What else do you do
No.
with Seth Rollins?
Give him something else to work with.
Okay, give me an example.
Anyone?
Literally anybody else. Literally anyone else is my reply to that.
Well, Finn Balor's not doing anything.
Sure,
Do that
there
one.
you go. Rollins and Balor, why not?
Yeah, okay, I like that. Done. Deal. Well
Okay.
done. Good booking. So yeah, point for me and Will on the bar. And then we had... It really was like a SmackDown opener, and then the last 3 matches were all Raw.
Mhm.
Yeah. SmackDown title, SmackDown tag, SmackDown winner, Raw tag, the Universal here, where Lesnar beat Strowman and Kane, if you can believe that. I barely can. I mean, Kane.
Yeah, I really wanted Strowman to win. Sorry.
Yeah, so you lose a point here, we all get one.
Yep.
Strowman did make it pretty clear that he's not done
No.
with Brock Lesnar.
No. In fact, I think this match was kind of a letdown for what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
I quite liked it.
I mean, I liked it. It was 3 big men. It was a big hoss fight. And
Yeah.
I just, I felt like it should have gone longer. I think there should have been more to it than what it was, instead of just Strowman running himself into a table, propped up into the corner. It wasn't even running. He just, like, lopped over into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't think Philly was appreciative over. I did like Lesnar flipping over the announce table onto Strowman, and Corey Graves just shouted out, "He's dead." Just from a plastic table, yeah, he's dead.
Definitely.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it could have done with a little more carnage after what we see from these guys. They could have at least done that barricade spot that they always do.
the IKEA barricade, yeah.
Yeah, they should break a few things. Obviously, they couldn't break the ring ahead of the Royal Rumble match, but could have done something. But yeah, I liked it. I like the big guys just beating each other with stuff.
And Kane took
This one wasn't ballet. This was bowling shoe ugly.
bowling shoe ugly, yes.
Yeah.
It really was as well, right at the start with that knee from Strowman.
That
Oh,
knee
yeah.
And then
that
the
big old punch receipt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lesnar was not happy with that. You could tell.
Someone, I was seeing a tweet just after that happened, but Lesnar's turned on UFC mode.
Apparently, it's been cut out of the show now on the network, but Lesnar told him
Why?
to settle the fuck down. It's like,
God.
it was great because he didn't look like really angry about it. It was just like, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
You need a punch just to to kind of wake up. Which is, it's just great. I love that. I mean, it was horrific, but it was, yeah. Then we have, if no one else has anything to say about.
Kane took the
No,
pinfall, which I think we all expected,
Yeah, that was a shocker, wasn't it?
right? Yeah.
Lesnar's contract, I guess, is coming up around WrestleMania, just after that match. So, does that mean they have to do the Strowman match before that? They do that at the Elimination Chamber or something?
Give Strowman the belt. I don't care how you do it, just give him it already.
I don't think it's happening.
You can't have somebody who's just flipping over stuff and not have him win the title. Give him the belt already.
Mm. Yeah, I think
It's
most
gonna
most
happen.
of the WWE universe would agree with you, but
Yeah, it's gotta happen.
they have plans. They have plans.
They'll change them.
Big dog eats.
Euthanizing.
So you're gonna give me Michael Cole's line there? I was setting you up.
Shifting gears now.
No. I have to dig it up.
Maybe.
Okay. So I don't know if you can play this on the air now.
Great.
At least you guys can. There you go.
Let's see. Oh God. I would never have guessed this in a million years. Here, hold on, let me pan the music down. Big dog eats my ass. That's great.
That is great. Okay, so then let's do this. Women's Rumble match. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch opened it. That's pretty cool. Remember these two? They're old friends and then enemies and frenemies and stuff. Horsewomen and all that.
Yeah.
Raw and SmackDown. It's all things coming together. Sasha Banks was in there for nearly an hour. That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Sarah Logan, Mandy Rose. First big surprise was Lita coming in at number 5. She still got it, if it means looking really dangerous doing moonsaults and stuff.
Yeah, that moonsault didn't look great, did it?
Oh.
She just fell backwards.
But they always look like that.
There was a bit more to it.
How about when Lita was in the corner and Sasha was like working with kicks and whatnot, and then like somebody came out, and then Sasha just like was just not even trying at that point with like the
yeah, nowhere near.
Yeah.
Then another surprise, Kairi Sane, who is a big fan of yachting, apparently.
Yeah, I should have probably picked her as a surprise entrance from the Mae Young Classic.
Yachting persona.
Yeah.
She really likes boats. I mean, they just... This is perfect NXT gimmick getting called up to the main roster and just not getting it.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
No mention of being the pirate princess and whatever. No, she likes boating on yachts.
Yeah.
Just great. And she did one of her awesome elbows as Tamina was coming out. Kind of distracting attention and whatever. So she needs to go back to NXT and learn how to wait her turn. And she will. She lasted less than 5 minutes before being thrown out by a statistician. Who, by the way, obviously loved this match. The stats involved. Oh my god.
Had to, yeah.
Yeah. The next surprise, Tori Wilson, who must be like 40 now, but still looks incredible.
Yeah, sure.
42. She looks exactly the same as when she left.
Yep.
Sonya Deville, Liv Morgan, Molly Holly again. She is also 40 and looks the same, if not maybe better. She could still go today.
Yeah, she also kept denying reports that she would be in the Rumble as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing to do these days.
That is the thing to do. Lana out. Sonya, Liv, Molly, and Lana all eliminated by Michelle McCool. Who just went on a bit of a rampage in the middle there.
Yeah, I kind of hated how when like they do the little like recaps when they come out of commercial break, and they show like stills of like the big events and all the stuff that you missed on pay-per-view. I kind of hated how, at least on SmackDown, they like had the names. Like, here's Tori Wilson, here's Vicky Guerrero, here's Michelle McCool, with all like names beside them on the stills. I was like, that's kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
Why? Because we should know who they are.
We know who they are, but apparently a younger audience doesn't know who they are.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Makes me feel old. I don't like it.
Fair. That is a fair point.
Yeah.
Then, okay, Ruby, right? As I say, Vicky Guerrero showed up, screeching, "Excuse me!" And everyone winced in pain as she was just really screeching And I was thinking, well, this is what I hear every time Steph talks.
Yeah.
Well, the big deal is, basically Steph's every promo. Excuse me, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm important. Stop what you're doing. Steph's here. Except on this, she was doing commentary for this and was about as dead as...
I was just going to ask, what did you think of Steph on commentary?
She was more wooden than the announce table.
Yeah. Cole kept trying to sort of tear up for things, and she was just not answering them. Like, yeah, I expected better, because she can talk, but no. Stick to shouting down.
She had her buzzwords to say. We're all very impressed by the female superstars of the women's evolution. And, yeah, bad. Really bad. Then Carmella Natalia, Kelly showed up. She's still only 31 too. It's crazy. Crazy all these... How long some of these have been gone and they all still look identical.
Yeah.
Although, Kelly, I guess, is just very young. Naomi Jacqueline. Jacqueline looks like she could still kick some ass. She's 54, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, don't look it. Nia Jax. How'd you eliminate Nia Jax?
You all gang up on her.
Yeah, well, that's what happened.
Exactly.
Then we had Ember Moon, another NXT champion, show up.
She probably was the fill-in for Alicia Fox.
Huh.
If I had to guess.
Maybe.
Because Alicia Fox had to pull out of the Rumble and the Mixed Match Challenge.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, very late notice.
Yeah.
Either her or Kairi Sane, I suppose.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. She only had one arm anyway, selling the NXT show that we haven't yet talked about. We overlooked that. Beth Phoenix, also pretty great. She is now a 2-time Rumble entrant, even though there's only been one.
Okay.
There's a stat for you. Asuka came out, Mickey James, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, together at 27 and 28, the Bella twins. Isn't it crazy how these things work out?
I kind of hate how Charlotte gave away the surprise on the pre-show. Yeah, she's like, they asked her, like, you know, who's somebody you would like to face or something like that, and she was like, oh, I don't know, Nikki Bella's pretty fierce.
Well, so they showed up with their theme music. I forgot that Brie had that music. I just forgot all about it until it was on. I was like, oh yeah, Brie mode. It sounds like Brie mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bailey, and then number 30 was not Ronda Rousey. But so as not to disappoint, it was Trish Stratus, which is not bad as Plan Bs go. And she still looked great too. Another one who could probably show up tomorrow on, well, there's no show tomorrow, Monday on Raw, and go about as well as anyone.
Yeah.
She didn't last too long. So how did it all end? I can't remember anything about it. Sasha was in till quite late. She lasted nearly an hour, as I mentioned. The Bella twins ended up ganging up on Asuka, and she overcame, much like Shinsuke Nakamura did, and won. So, an all-Japanese celebration at the end. And two, obvious, I guess, winners. But the right ones.
It's true.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with the women's rumble. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I was okay with it. I think the right woman won, even though I picked the wrong one to win. But that aside, I mean, for a first women's rumble, I'm actually glad an actual woman won it. It wasn't like, you know, James Ellsworth that we joked about last week or anything like that. Honest to God, I thought they were gonna do like the the gimmick where like they both go over the top rope and it's like, oh, whose feet hit the floor first, you know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it was enjoyable. Maybe have it again next year, probably.
Nah, I think they have to now.
Yeah.
Now that's the thing; they can't take it away.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's a really good thing that maybe we actually get 2 Rumbles every year.
Mm.
So, yeah,
Early on, I thought it was a bit nothing, and then somewhere in the middle, I just thought, you know what? This is like any one of the women's matches where the quality's maybe not all there. You have a load of filler like Lana, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose. They're not great, but it's fine. It's a Rumble. You don't have to be great. It's all about the surprise. Every couple of minutes, you got someone new. We got a load of old faces in here. None of the faces looking old, of course. I'd never. But for alumni, that's what I mean, not old faces. Sorry. Oh God, I'm getting on here. So it's fine. Yeah, it was all right. And then when it came down to it, it was a fun finish. And point for Will, because Beans and Smooth both thought that Becky Lynch would win, and I thought Ronda Rousey. I was wrong by about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because Ronda did show up, and she pointed at the sign a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, I didn't like how I didn't like any of that, honestly. Let's just call it what it is. I thought that was pretty dumb. Like, they were gonna have Asuka just make the announcement of which title she was gonna go after, and then here comes Ronda Rousey upstaging everybody who hasn't had a single WWE match, and yet she wants to possibly fight for the championship at WrestleMania. Like, come on. You're not the Rock.
Yeah, but she's a combat athlete.
Yeah.
She's dangerous. It's
Okay.
like Mike Tyson showing up.
Yeah.
You think, okay, you haven't earned it, but I don't know, you're Mike Tyson. I buy it. It's not like Shaq or
Well, Mike
who's
Tyson.
the guy?
Mike Tyson was crazy at the time.
Right.
Like biting somebody's ear off. That, yeah.
But when it's like the football players that they've had in TNA or the Jersey Shore or whatever,
Right.
then fine, that you shouldn't be taken away from it. But when it's Ronda Rousey, who comes from a sport that fits quite well with wrestling,
This is turning into the it's Shawn Michaels for you.
kinda, I was okay with it because
I mean, now
Asuka's
it's got a one-off. She's here for a while by the sound of it.
should be, yeah.
And
And even if it was, Asuka's got the choice. She can choose either title, and then there is one left over.
yeah.
So that's my thinking. Like, she can have whoever's left over, that's fine. Or, as it may turn out, she could do something with Steph and Hunter, in a mixed tag.
Well, in that case,
And
she
then
should have. If that was the case, she should have waited until Asuka made her choice, and she could have came out and just faced Stephanie McMahon in her face, and then pointed at the sign in front of her face instead of the winner and the champion.
Yeah, they're leaving it up in the air.
Ed says, who's joined us in the chat, by the way, it says, all Mike Tyson earned was a spot on the outside of the ring, though. He never actually had a match.
I know. It's disappointing. But if he were to have a match,
Oh, God.
and if it were against Steve Austin, you wouldn't think this is ridiculous. Steve Austin is fighting just some outsider,
Right,
nobody.
no.
You think he's in there with a legitimate
Yeah.
fighting athlete.
Yeah.
Not just a sprinter or a javelin guy or whatever. He's a boxer.
Right.
You can be a boxer in pro wrestling. No reason why not. Elijah Burke was.
That's true.
Michael Tarver was.
Sylvester Terkay.
Sylvester Terkay.
Yeah.
He was. Wasn't he like Sambo or something?
Sure. Sure, whatever.
Baron Corbin, former Golden Glove. Or was that Heath Slater Golden Gloves? Who was the Golden Gloves guy? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, so we did a bit of a thing after the show last week where we all went to random.org and drew numbers. Or I drew numbers for all of you, so
Right.
It was totally rigged.
Yeah.
So, in order, Beans got number 7, which in this case was Andrade Almas, so that's kind of fun. And
That's a good
Tamina. That is a good one. Then Smoot, you had number 9, Big E and Tori Wilson. Will had 19, who was Matt Hardy and Kelly Kelly. And obviously I rigged it so that I had the latest number. I had 21, which was the Hurricane and Jacqueline. So, for no points whatsoever, but a bit of fun, I had no eliminations. Neither of mine eliminated anyone.
Wow.
Smoot, Tori eliminated 1 for you. Beans had 1 elimination through Cien Almas. And Matt Hardy, Will, he won it. He eliminated 2 for you. So you win the little extra Rumble competition that we did.
Nice.
Yeah.
And in the chat says Mark Marrow was the Golden Globes guy.
Who was, sorry?
Mark Marrow.
No, there's one recent. God damn it.
From this century.
Frantic Google. Yeah, right. It's Baron Corbin. I just searched for WWE Golden Gloves and Baron Corbin showed up.
All right, well, there you go. So yeah, Beans is in the second place spot with 67 points. I'm in last with 54. Chucks is still in the lead by 2 with 69. Nice. And
Nice.
Will's catching up with 64. So.
That's true. 3 points for you, Smoot, on this one out of 9. Beans and Will both on 6. I got 7. So that's, yeah. You are still hovering over the 50% mark.
I
54 out of 106 in total.
Just get me to the next year already. Get me to the next season of this. God.
It's not long left now, is it? We're closing in.
64, 67. Yeah, you really are. It's not. There's not much in it now.
Yeah. There's only like 3 shows left, so.
WrestleMania, especially, it's going to be a long one. There's going to be a lot of points on offer.
Intriguing.
Yeah, definitely. Let me throw it back over there. There we go. Now I can save this. There we are. But overall, I thought the show was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the surprises in the women's match, in the women's Rumble, was a lot better than the men's surprises in the men's Rumble. I think is Rey Mysterio like actually back now? Like,
no,
I don't think he's back full time. No,
okay.
But I guess it's kind of like a foot in the door where
Right.
he seems to be on good terms with them.
Well, okay, that's good.
He's working with a company over here, and they're doing shows every Thursday. So I'm guessing he's not going to be here for a while at least.
Maybe
He teased on, was it Instagram, a match with AJ?
Did he?
what when?
Ah,
He's kind of busy with Owens and Zayn, I feel.
Oh, nothing like, immediate, but kind of throwing it out there as like a picture of the two of them, and then he said, well, who knows?
Ed says Rey Mysterio has to be a Hall of Fame inductee. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. I mean, we've got what is it, Goldberg and the Dudleys currently, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could definitely see him being a part of this year's Hall of Fame. I wouldn't be surprised by it for sure. So,
I hear Kid Rock is going to go into the celebrity wing this year.
Really?
Yeah.
He's also supplying the theme for this year's Mania, so I'm not.
My God, really?
Yeah. The one where they showed like the countdown and whatnot, that's him.
Hey.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's not awful. Could be worse.
I would rather hear the give me the red light, give me the green light
No!
Because at least that one is catchy. Yeah, see, even Ed's saying give me Florida over Kid Rock.
No.
It doesn't matter what they pick, because by the come April, you're going to hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
because it's going to be one of those too, is Kid Rock or Flow Rider.
Yeah, because it's always one of those, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I guess we can get into this week's shows with Raw and SmackDown. Raw apparently kicked off with a last man standing match between Strowman and Kane, which I missed, unfortunately.
You didn't miss a lot.
I missed the major spot of Strowman tipping over the announce table position, the broadcast booth, onto Kane, which honestly should have been in the triple threat. Like, that kind of a spot should have been in the triple threat. Which is why I say it was kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I can see that. Then there was a little scene backstage where Kurt Angle was saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You're wreaking havoc." And he said, "Dude, you put me in a last man standing match. What do you want me to do?"
That's true.
Which is totally fair.
Good point.
Yeah, just pin your guy under a bunch of crap, and you win.
Yeah.
Or duct tape in John Cena's
doing
case.
my job.
Yeah.
You want to book me in a normal match? You can do that. You were asking for it.
Yeah.
That's reasonable, Braun.
Ed says we want to bet that the table tip over is a sign that bringing the Raw commentary table back to ringside. I even mentioned this live on Raw. Like, they apparently updated the graphics package because I guess, with Raw 25 out with the old, in with the new, a new era, if you will. And what if this is like a metaphoric segue for them to be at ringside now, like the SmackDown crew?
They did set it up again, didn't they, by the ring?
They did, and they looked extremely cramped.
Yeah, it was ridiculously close to the ring.
Yeah, because they didn't have the little the leeway that they have usually with the barricade. So they had to be like somewhat close to the ring apron. Yeah.
I also don't like the new graphics package that you mentioned.
Yeah, I
don't like white. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Looks like a barber's.
I could see that with the LED posts, yeah. I think it's a bit unnecessary, but it does look like they're going with more of a social media feel. I like what Raw's doing. I don't like SmackDown stealing the mixed match challenge subtitling. Where yeah, with the promos like backstage, they keep doing this, kind of promo on a phone routine.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And while they're doing that, they're putting like the subtitles of what they say on the screen in an artsy, fancy way to, I guess, rival whatever Raw's doing graphically, which I think is stupid because I think that's a mixed match challenge appeal, honestly, and they should at least leave it to that until the tournament is over and we have a winner for Connor's Cure, so they get the $100,000. Yeah, I think that should just be its own entity. Is that so? Raw graphics are an indication that Brutus the Barber Beefcake is going into the Hall of Fame. Let's be honest. It's true. Yeah. One of the guys in the match almost hit the commentary table when he fell out of the ring. Yeah, that's true. I was actually hoping somebody would have done some sort of spot with it.
Didn't Axel bounce off it? I'm sure he did.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great too because they were like all huddled up. Initially, all huddled up in that corner where the ring bell is, looking off of a Dell flat screen. And then they had like a crew build them another table at ringside. But yeah, no, I would be totally willing to bet that that's probably a indicator that they're going to be ringside now.
Do you think they're going to keep the sets the same?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they seem like the HD set.
Yeah, no, sorry. What I meant was they seem to like the SmackDown version better. They use it all weekend.
Yeah, with the
So,
with the weird like angled sides and whatnot, so
Yeah.
like whatever's in the middle kind of gets cut off. Yeah, it does seem like they kind of like that one better. I would prefer the Raw one because you get there's more area of it, but they only crop like a rectangle for like whenever they need to cut to video in the middle of it.
yeah, I do like the SmackDown one just because it's got an actual entrance way.
Mm.
So I think that's probably why they're going with that SDR. But
I don't know. It's the whole kind of setup in one arena for the weekend. They're gonna
yeah, I
do
thought that
something and
myself.
then just leave it there. So you never know. Next week it's gonna all be different again. I think might be
Yeah.
back to normal.
I'm just surprised they still change it around with them cutting costs and everything. I assumed it would be easier to have one.
Like one universal type of setup.
Well, they did for a long time, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it sucked, and I hate it, and I'm so glad it's gone.
Let's see here. What else happened on? Oh, I guess we had that was the other thing, was the men's elimination chamber match, qualification matches.
Mm.
Were a thing.
Yeah. Poor Finn Balor. Whatever happened to that guy?
I mean, he could probably still get in. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's going to be like a last chance, second chance match.
Sure, yeah. So far we have Strowman,
Cena and the
Cena
Drifter.
and Elias, yeah. So they're going to be setting up for probably going to be setting up with Cena and Elias in there, and they're probably going to take each other out. Still 3 more spots. I'm not sure that there's anybody that can rival Strowman. So, if anything, Strowman at this point would be my pick to win the chamber, if you will. Because he's probably just going to...
You're really going with that?
Yes! He's probably he's going to tip like one of the pods over or something like that onto somebody.
I'm telling you.
He's going to dismantle a door and he's just going to like tip it onto somebody.
It's Reigns. It's
Yeah,
gonna be Reigns.
He's probably going to be in there too. He's probably going to be.
No, he's going to be in it. He's going to win it, and then he's going to beat Lesnar at WrestleMania. It is known.
Maybe.
Well, we all
see.
thought you were winning the Rumble, didn't we?
That's true. That is true. He was one of the possible names to win the Rumble. That is very, very true.
You'll see. I'll show you. You'll see.
What else happened here? Speaking of Elias, yeah, he beat Matt Hardy for some reason.
Matt Hardy.
Yeah, what was up with that? Why put Matt Hardy in that predicament? It seems like they're kind of
it's a distraction too.
Yeah,
I hate those distraction finishes.
It seems like they're really like negative on this whole Woken gimmick now, because they're going nowhere with it.
Woken Matt was caught sleeping there.
Hey,
hey, they have signed now Jeremy Borash.
Yeah,
so that's cool, and he apparently was a big part of the whole broken, universe.
Apparently, they're sending him to NXT though.
I want there to be a stare down between Borash and Greg Hamilton, because they're both practically the same guy. Let's see here. Miz defeated Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship, I believe, right?
He did.
Was it on the line? I don't remember.
No, it wasn't. No.
Oh, it was non-title. All right.
Was it not? I thought that was Reigns' rematch.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry, it was. You're right.
Okay. So that was something. Revival defeated Heath Slater and Rhino for some weird reason. I can't believe that's still a tag team.
Where's this thing going that Rhino's trying to toughen him up?
I don't know. It's kind of going nowhere. It should lead to somewhere, but it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's weird. And did Revival? Yeah, they cut a promo, and they mentioned, what was it, like they mentioned like the Fulcrum brothers or something like that, and nobody knew who they were.
Yeah, but that was kind of the point. You're not supposed to know who they are because they're old school and you're not.
Right, and so they're gonna have a match at like the Elimination Chamber against the Fulcrum brothers, whoever they are. That's what it made it seem like.
No, when they're saying that they like them, that they were kind of modeled, but they were from like the 50s or something.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I think that's what I got from it anyway.
Yeah, okay.
They're old school.
All right, and then Asuka defeated Sasha Banks, which I think surprised nobody. Sasha was just lying on the mat for a really long time, which was probably something of a talking point, but they just kind of went nowhere with it, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. A really good match, though, because there was that one spot where Sasha went for the suicide dive, and she got caught on the mid rope and just immediately sunk down to the fucking ground.
Just on her head.
Yeah, and then still was able to continue 5 minutes afterwards. Holy shit.
Well, she seemed to be okay.
Yeah.
Kind of got away with it. The referee went straight down, asked her if she was all right, and I guess she was.
Yeah.
Got away with it.
Tag team champion Cesaro and Sheamus beat Titus Worldwide finally. They got a win on them.
Hey.
And the main event was Cena and Finn Balor, which, as you mentioned, Cena did advance, but he got pretty cocky with the crowd. They were, playing the fact that he was letting the crowd get to him and whatnot. He even flashed up a 2-sweet during an AA. So I think that was just him trying to get under the crowd's nerves, I guess, I suppose.
Yeah.
And on, let's see, SmackDown side of things, which was another show that I kind of was a little bit late for. I think it started pretty similar to Raw, where they had the Rumble winner come out, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did.
Results, here we go. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, it was Nakamura and AJ Styles, who would later have a tag team match against Owens and Zayn. More on that in a bit. Rusev defeated Kofi Kingston, Zack Ryder, and Jinder Mahal to earn a United States title opportunity. So possibly Rusev Day once again with the title. Just it happens to be the United States title again for who's their current? Right. It was Ziggler, and then Bobby Roode has
Bobby Roode.
Yeah, so I think he cut a promo one of those subtitle promos where it's Bob Roode, he called him. Yeah, and then Roode had a pretty decent promo where he was standing in front of a calendar and he put a circle around next Tuesday, and then he spelled out Glorious, but Glorious has 8 letters. So as he was filling in the letters on the boxes, he was like,
too many letters.
Yeah.
He had to go around the corner.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah, we've all done it.
Yeah. Because there's 7 days a week, but 8 letters in Glorious. So yeah.
Yeah.
But that was clever though. Usos cut a promo where they had a wipe every time they were saying "locked up." They would have a little wipe of steel bars in front of the scrin.
Yeah, what was that about?
Honestly, I thought it was a rib on Jay for that DUI. It had to be.
Could be.
Had to be.
Could be.
Riot Squad beat up Charlotte Flair, who prompted Carmella to attempt a cash-in, but she drop-kicked the referee in the rear end, and didn't happen. The match was not official. looked silly, but I would have been all for Carmella winning it right there on a SmackDown for the hell of it. And then Corbin defeated Ty Dillinger, because sure. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable defeated Breezango, and the main event, AJ Styles and Nakamura against Owens and Sami Zayn, where Owens and Zayn seemed to not be on the same page, like, at all. It seemed like they are kind of going to be feuding once again. But at the same time, maybe Zayn was just conserving his energy for the mixed match challenge immediately afterwards. Like I thought.
So, they're doing Owens versus Zayn next week, and the winner gets the AJ match.
Yeah.
At the pay-per-view. I don't believe that they're splitting this soon.
I mean, you don't have to believe it, but...
I'm just throwing it out there. I think something's going to happen. It's all going to be a bit of... Because they teased the same thing when it was Owens and Jericho.
Right. It was like a
It looked like they were going to split, and then they didn't. Yeah, it was a ploy. Although WrestleMania's coming up, so if that's what they're doing, then it just seems too soon for me.
Owens gives Zayn like a clipboard, and he's like, "What is my name on here for?" And he just destroys him.
Just do the exact same thing again.
Oh, that was the other thing from Raw. Jonathan Coachman back on commentary, and Booker seems to be no longer on commentary, which I still don't understand why you bring back Coach, but okay, of all people.
I guess he's better than Booker. He says less stupid stuff. If it's a step up, it's not a very big one. How about a little look at the Takeover show? Did you guys see this?
I did not, no.
I've seen it, yeah. Well, I've seen bits of it.
Well, as long as you've seen the end. Because that's the important bit. Because I missed the first... missed that first tag match, Undisputed Guys and Authors of Pain, so I have nothing to say about that. I think I started watching halfway through or towards the end of the Velveteen Dream and Ono match, and that was fine.
Yeah, that's where I picked up from.
Yeah.
They were doing a show, weren't we? When it was on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that'd be why. That's why we were late. Then Ember Moon survived in a Shayna Baszler armbar forever.
Yeah.
Terry Funk would say, forever, forever, forever.
Forever.
Forever. But managed to win, and that's why she had no arm when she got into the Rumble the next night. Match was fine. Armbar spot was too long, though. Then Aleister Black and Adam Cole, they killed each other.
That was great match.
That was an Extreme Rules match like Extreme Rules matches should be, but aren't for very understandable reasons. That's worth looking at. And the main event, Smoot, you need to see it.
Okay.
Have you heard what happened? How it? Have you heard anything about it?
No. Who was it?
It was Andrade Cien Almas as NXT champion,
Number 9,
with Rosita, and Johnny Gargano challenging.
Oh, I did see the end of that, where
You saw the end
where he was like going up the ramp and Johnny Garage's partner, Tomato Chomper with a crutch, like blasts him in the back.
Well, it's a shame you saw that because that's a bit of a spoiler. In fact, that spoils just about everything.
Shocker, two guys that were a tag team who broke up and beat the hell out of each other are still beating the hell out of each other.
Well, watch the match anyway. It's half an hour. There's a great video package at the start to explain what's going on. They did a great job of kind of filling everyone in if you'd seen nothing. Because I hadn't seen a whole lot.
Tomato Chomper.
They do all that. Yeah.
Have you seen the spoilers coming out of the tapings?
No. I've heard something and I can't remember what it is.
Do we want to discuss it?
I don't know. I don't know how much Smoot has seen, so I kind of want him to watch
I'm
this match at least.
I'm completely in the dark, so
It doesn't affect the takeover.
Okay. Okay.
It's after that. Some point in the next couple of weeks, there is going to be a match on the NXT tapings where Gargano takes on Almas again.
Mm.
In a loser leaves NXT match.
Oh, ooh. Almas did show up in the Rumble.
Well,
and he has been talked about being called up for a long time.
Do you want the spoiler?
No. No, I'm going to watch it.
Fair enough.
But I guess that can't be that long now. Can't be far away.
3 weeks it was, so
3 weeks.
3 weeks from now. So.
Cool.
Do you think whoever loses that match will show up on WWE television before that match airs?
No.
No.
Okay, good. I'm glad we all agree with that.
Yeah. That would be crazy.
That would
be TNA booking.
Oh yeah, I heard about EC3. That was the other thing.
Yeah, that was one of many things. They had War Machine was shown.
Yeah.
Trevor Ricochet Man was shown. He's also had a match, and they're calling him Ricochet, not Trevor Man. So that's great.
Ricochet Man.
Yeah, the Ricochet Man. And EC3 was there, and they called him EC3.
Yeah. That's great. I wonder how they're gonna get around this whole like calling him Ethan Carter. I
think they'll just call him EC3.
Yeah, I think so too. And just not go with why they're called.
Just don't mention it.
Yeah.
Although Dixie Carter is a free agent now, I guess she can show up.
Again, she did appear on the WWE Network.
She was on the network.
Did.
So.
Also, we had the 205 GM announcement.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Rockstar Spud, now Drake Maverick.
Yeah. That's such a TNA name, too.
It really is.
Got me thinking, remember a couple of months ago there was all them rumours about WWE supposedly buying TNA?
Yeah.
I think someone just said, let's just wait and we'll just get them on anyway.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like it, doesn't it? They didn't need to buy it.
Yeah.
Getting everything they wanted anyway, except James Storm for some reason.
Yeah. He was like he showed up at NXT for a short while and then went back to TNA for some weird reason.
Yeah, just as Bobby Roode left. Bad timing.
And there's rumours Lashley might be coming back soon as well.
Mm-hmm. No, we thought he was going to show up in the Rumble, didn't we?
Done with TNA, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Has anyone seen the WrestleMania 24?
24? Oh, the documentary.
Yeah, sorry.
WrestleMania 24.
I thought you were like...
That's the one in Orlando, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a really good Money in the Bank match that year.
No, I've been meaning to watch that, actually.
I've just watched it tonight. It's really good. Yeah.
It's got like Undertaker looking really groggy and just saying stuff, from what I remember. At least what they keep showing.
No, doesn't answer many questions, but
yeah. They also cut out like a minute worth of content where they like show him like getting like injections into his knee, like pain injections for some reason.
Yeah, no, that wasn't shown. Yeah,
it's really weird why they would cut that out.
Probably don't want to show him being seen as weak, do they?
No, well, that or maybe like, oh, he's taking steroids with a needle, blah 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 blah. Basically, not have it used against him in like some weird out of context loophole that somebody would try for like a court hearing or something like that, you know?
Yeah. But no, if you get a minute, it's definitely worth a watch.
Oh, definitely. All of the WWE 24s have been pretty phenomenal from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that one's still just a a banger like the others.
So much of the stuff they do on the network is really good.
Which is why they should put some more content on there instead of putting it on like Facebook.
I don't even want that. I don't want mixed match. I don't want anything with matches on it. I don't want anything that has a big budget where they have to. I don't want what's the prank show? Swerved,
yeah.
I don't want that. I want the ones where the guys. I want like the JBL chat show.
They canceled that.
I want Table for Three. Exactly. They cancelled that. I want Table for Three. I want Ride Along. Just where the guys are doing whatever, just talking about stuff.
In their natural habitat.
I want the Legends of Wrestling Roundtable back.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Those were so great. Just do the stuff that has that needs no budget. You've got the guys all in the arena anyway. Get 2 or 3 of them just to have a chat, and that's it. Done.
Or leaving the arena in Ride Along's case.
Or leaving the arena. Yeah. They could have so much content with the guys they have around. There's always cameras around. Just film stuff and put it up there. It's always going to be good.
Ed beat me to it here. Bring back Unfiltered with Renee Young. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess we could close out with this because we are running out of time. Any Super Bowl predictions this weekend? I.e. tomorrow?
I don't really know anything about it. The Patriots win.
Yeah, it's Carson Wentz filling in for Big Dick Nick Foles, and they're going up against Big Game Tom Brady and the Patriots. That you just pick a team. This is like their 10th appearance in the Super Bowl, I think, for the Patriots or something crazy like that. Oh no, Carson Wentz is out. Right? No, I had that backwards. Nick Foles is in, filling in for Wentz because he has that broken leg. I forgot. My bad. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. I had that backwards. That sometimes happens. If you were to put money on a team, which one, Chucks? Because I know you're a gambler.
Oh, Patriots. You can never bet against the Patriots.
Safe bet, yeah.
It's the safest bet.
What about you, Will?
I have no idea. Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, yeah. That was my other question. Is he going to sexually harass or assault another woman?
Wow, that's an accusation.
I'm just saying. I mean, maybe Janet Jackson's boob wouldn't have fell out if he kept his hand away.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Right? I would probably. I'm not a fan of either team, and as somebody who's a Cowboys fan, it would be sacrilegious to cheer for somebody in the same conference division for me here. But I would have to go with the Eagles if I had to put money on a team. It would have to be the Eagles to.
It would have to be.
It would have to be to beat out Big Game Tom.
It would have to be. That's strong.
It would have to be.
Who are the Eagles? Who are they?
Philadelphia. They're the green ones.
Philly.
Yeah.
I thought they were Crystal Palace. Yeah.
God. Imagine Crystal Palace showed up.
I'll go with the other one because I've heard of them.
The Patriots?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are the favourites.
Aren't they owned by the guy that makes the cheese?
Robert Kraft, yes.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Wow, that's some knowledge.
It's not actually the cheese guy, no. But yeah, Bob Kraft is the owner. He just shares the same name as the cheese company.
What, so he doesn't own the cheese company?
No, I don't. As far as I know.
Then why is he called that?
That's just his name.
That's ridiculous.
Look here. doesn't say anything about cheese from what I'm looking up on Wikipedia. I was going to shit myself if he actually was associated with like craft cheese. Like, holy fuck.
I'm sure it's the same company.
It's not. It is not. Would you want to bring back halftime heat on the network? Says Ed before we get out of here.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Sure.
Do it.
Sure. Go for it.
I'm also going to put a $5 on the Patriots to win. What is it, minus 4.5 spread?
I don't know what that means.
I think it means... What's that? Jesus spread. Very good.
Well done, Will. Well done.
Yes. So I think it means that their score minus 4.5 would still beat the Eagles. It's kind of it's a handicap, so you can also bet on it. Kind of evens out the odds. It kind of makes them as close as possible. So you can go for the Eagles plus 4.5 would win, and get similar odds for each of those. Yeah. Because at the moment the Patriots are such heavy favorites.
Yeah,
it's almost not worth betting on them.
Yeah.
There you go, $5.
I would still, I think a safe bet would be the Patriots. I think if you want to be bold, you'd go with the Eagles to win if you were to put money on them. So, unless... Alrighty. Sorry. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. You can always reach us at the IWC Radio Twitter account, at the IWC Radio, and you can always search us up on YouTube and iTunes. That was the other platform. I couldn't think of it for a second. Give us 5 stars, subscribe, do whatever you'd like. We're here every week. Spread the word. We'll hopefully be back next week. There's not a pay-per-view. When is not Fastlane, the other one?
Elimination Chamber. Oh god, I hope it's not anytime too soon because we've just had one.
Yeah, right. Like.
I'm just digging it up now. We have Elimination Chamber on February the 25th. So we still have 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
3 weeks. So you've got that time to watch TakeOver, at least the last 2 matches.
All right, I'll see what I can do and give that a try.
It's one of those that I want to watch with you. You know, I made you watch that tag match, the Revival and American Alpha.
I think, yeah, but that was for another reason, I remember.
Well, that was because you refused to watch NXT.
No.
I was
it wasn't that. Well,
it's really good.
Maybe that, but there's some other reason. I think it was something with the crowd.
Was it?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just know that was really good, and I was like, you should watch it because this kind of thing is on it. Great tag wrestling. And this is another one. Like, if you're going to watch anything, watch this one. Got 5 stars, you know. From Big Dave.
From Big Dave. All right. Which again, give us a 5-star review on iTunes, please, or if you still can on YouTube in some way. Anyway,
that was smooth.
Thank you. Take care, and we'll see you guys next week. Good night, everybody.